Well, typically on most development projects, when team members work on the same files, it's not that often that they're actually modifying the same lines within those files. And that's when source control merges really start to become a problem. With Team Foundation Source Control, it's a much more modern, robust product. It has a lot of features that are built for distributed teams. And what it's going to do is allows us to check in change sets. So rather than checking in sets of files, we're going to check in the files, any work items that are associated with those files, any check-in or reviewer notes associated with these files, and perhaps other things. It's an atomic operation, so when that information gets checked into Team Foundation Source Control, we know it's been checked in. It's either all or nothing. So there are already a lot of different features in Team Foundation Source Control that were designed to improve reliability. Another one of those is they did make improvements to the merge process, so that when we are modifying the same lines of code in the same file, it's going to come back, it's going to let us know, and it will show us that merge dialog box. Shows us on the left what one version of the file looks like, shows us on the right what another version of the file looks like, and we have an opportunity to allow the tool to do the merge for us or to actually handle the merge ourselves.
Absolutely, and that is something that is going to become critical. You know, maybe the person who has at the left with the person who has the vision of the file at the right, you know, and you are seeing those two interactions, you will decide which one is the best option to go.
Right.
And then you're going to tell the tool, okay, let apply the right side or let apply the left side.
Right.
And I believe at the time you have the option to put your own comments too.
Yes.
Into that is
not
going
just comments too. You can add not just comments about what you're checking in, but you can add comments from the code reviewer. Maybe there was a performance review for this particular check-in. You can add comments related to those.
So you can add the comments there and make life easier for the developer.
You can also associate your check-ins with requirements. So you can associate with a scenario or a task that motivated you in the first place to make these changes, and now when you check it in, those changes will be associated with your check-in.
Absolutely. Okay. What is next for, you know, we talk about .NET 3.0 is coming, maybe the new version for ASP, .NET is coming too for Microsoft. So where do you see these new technologies positioning in the market from now to 6 months to a year?
Right. The two technologies that are probably the hottest right now are SharePoint 2007 and Dynamic CRM. SharePoint 2007 is a very different product than SharePoint 2003. It is really no longer just a content management system. It is a deployment platform. It includes features for e-forms, business intelligence, collecting data from all kinds of different data sources and putting it in the same place. It's a very robust product. It's a very big product, and it's getting a lot of attention and growing interest right now. Dynamic CRM, which is an even newer product, is Microsoft's customer relationship management product, and it's kind of unique because it's really built for customization. I think there are a lot of companies and organizations out there that look at the existing CRM products and they realize that, you know what, there's a whole lot there that we just don't need and we're not going to use. Dynamic CRM is a little bit different. It was designed to have core features related to CRM, and most organizations will go in, assemble those core features, extend those core features in a way that makes sense for their organization. I think SharePoint 2007 and Dynamic CRM are in an excellent position to reduce the amount of work that IT developers need to do in order to get things accomplished. A lot of that work that we see so frequently done in IT is already in SharePoint and it's already in Dynamic CRM. Beyond that, I think the next big product release is going to be Orcus. That is the code name for the next release of Visual Studio. It's going to be a big release because it will not only include Visual Studio, but all of the team system related products along with it, and they are hoping to synchronize those and do them at the same time. Past that, .NET 3 is relatively new, so I'm not sure how far off .NET 4 is. I'll bet it's a little ways out there. ASP.NET 3, I'm not real sure where it is right now, but I'm hoping we'll see it in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah,
we really
there are some good things we can do there.
Tell us about something about your company, Adventos.
Sure.
What you guys do, where you are positioned in the market, sure, and where your company is going from there.
We are a small to medium-sized company. We want to be your training vendor, your training, mentoring, and delivery partner for leading Microsoft technologies. So we try to stay on the forefront of the Microsoft technologies, the newest things such as .NET 3, SharePoint 2007, Dynamic CRM. We have training classes. These are traditional instructor-led classes. We also have mentoring packages, and these could be mentoring engagements anywhere from 3 days to 8 weeks. And those are where we kind of bridge the gap that exists between classroom learning and the needs that you have in your real-world environment. We also do delivery, so we're working with a number of clients right now to simply help them get their software implemented using these latest Microsoft technologies.
Like consultants.
Yes.
The consultant is
Right.
professional services. So
Right.
whenever we have an
Go ahead.
application, we give a statement of work to you guys. You guys analyze, put the time that is gonna be billed on it, and
Right.
and you guys deliver that.
Now, our primary line of work, though, is training and mentoring.
Okay.
So for that, we're usually working with classrooms, doing events such as this one, or maybe just coming in for a couple weeks with a client to help them become self-sufficient on a particular technology or a product. And that is our real focus, establishing self-sufficiency.
Yeah, and I believe, the mentoring part is something that really, attracted me, because when you start doing the mentoring, you come, give your presentation, and then you take the same idea and deliver it to the client,
Exactly.
alongside with the client, and do the knowledge transfer.
And it's a
At the
real-world
same time.
environment, too. It's not
Absolutely.
just a classroom environment.
Yeah, because sometimes, when you are, in my case, I have gone to these instructor-led classes.
Right.
For example, SQL Server 2005, and you always gonna have either the Norwin's database or the Adventure World database
Right,
now.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
that has been since 1996.
Right.
The same databases, the
Same
same
ones.
names, and that kind of
That's right.
stuff. So it actually really good that you guys are doing the mentoring and coming to the customer side, playing with real data and that kind
Right.
of stuff. Because something different is to play with the data that has been there for years, and hasn't changed like the Norwin's database. Other ones is actually, gathering the data from a production
Right.
environment for the client. Something else you want to add about this event that we just had?
I think the state here is doing a great job of organizing these events. There's a lot of enthusiasm for the technology here, and I want to thank you for inviting me, and I hope to come back soon.
No, thank you. We will see you back for the SharePoint, hopefully.
Okay, that sounds good.
Absolutely. Seth, my pleasure.
Thank you.